What's the big difference between deciding to not bring a baby into this life and deciding to, wait for it, masturbate? Hello and welcome to Small Talk Big World, a podcast where we talk about anything with anyone, anywhere, at any time. I'm your host, Miguel Dickinson, a self-proclaimed starving artist, a hopeless romantic, and a college dropout. Not really. Today I'm not alone. I'm here with Tyler Spohr. Tyler Spohr is a superb motocross driver, college student looking to go into law enforcement.
Yes.
So maybe the FBI.
Yeah.
And yeah, anything else you want to describe yourself? Any other adjectives you want to throw out there?
Well, I mean, like what we're going to be talking about today, I lean more to the right on political aspect of things. So we're just going to talk about stuff and see what we agree, disagree. Yeah, just get some middle ground, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm a snowball liberal, so it's going to be interesting. Not really, but kind of. I don't really know. I've taken a lot of political quizzes and tests, but I still don't know 100%. Usually, if we're looking at the political spectrum, right, so economics and social stuff, I'm right here, kind of. I'm always in this
smack dab in the middle.
No, so
I'm just kidding. I know what you mean.
Okay. And then, yeah, so how's it been going?
Dude, same old stuff.
Yeah?
School, work. Yeah. Sports.
Cool.
Motocross.
Tyler and I actually went to high school, middle school together, right?
Yeah.
Not elementary, and we have quite a few stories. We have
we got some good ones.
we had a lot of history together.
Yes.
Yeah. So it started in the 6th grade.
Yep, Miss Doran's class.
Yeah, and Miss Doran was a super nice teacher. She was 40 or something.
Oh, dude, I feel I don't know. 30, 40, I don't know. One of the two.
Super nice teacher,
Yeah.
but kind of a MILF, to be honest.
No.
You know what's crazy?
Melody was the good one there.
Do you know what her first name is? We should give her a shout out. Okay, Miss Mala, if you're watching this, getting right into it. Just want to say that as young budding teenagers, pre-teenagers, we thought you were very attractive.
As did every other.
This is everyone.
At Gill Ranch.
Yeah. Tim and Kyler, I remember.
Oh,
my God.
dude, those guys.
Okay, yeah, but Miss Malott,
Dude, Tim's playing professional soccer in Germany now.
Tim van der Wart van Gulik?
Yes.
In Germany?
Yeah, and he's playing for Frankfurt's national team, and next year he's going to be playing for Holland's, one of their national teams.
You're kidding.
Dead serious.
What?
Yeah.
I thought he quit,
Okay, so that's a funny story. Because of his knee, right?
Yeah, he's got 2 ACL tears in 2 years.
You know how that happened?
No. Maybe I do. I don't. What happened?
Well, one time, so Tim claimed, I'm sure he did because he did fine for a little while. Mm-hmm. Oh, take me to ride dirt bikes. So we went and rode dirt bikes, and I remember Tim fell one time and he cut his knee open and all this stuff. And I remember this really well because me and Tim were sitting in the back of the truck eating cookies, and my dad got super pissed because I threw a cookie out of the window, and there's a Ranger behind us.
Of course.
Yeah. And I remember, a few days after we dropped him off, he came to school, and he was all cut up and shit, and I was like, dude, what happened? He goes, oh, I think I tore my knee up. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then that's what started all the problems from there.
And he was out for 2 years.
He
was barely playing.
Yeah.
Now he's maybe on the Holland's national.
He's on Germany's national team right now, and then next year he's going to.
I gotta search this up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tim Vander.
And it's Frankfurt.
Wartbane.
I can probably pull it up.
So he's living in Germany?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Because he's half German, half Dutch. So he I'm pretty sure he has a house in Germany. Well, obviously. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
I found a picture of him. I'm gonna put it up right here in the video.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
what a stud.
That's the fella.
He's got a YouTube channel. Dude, he's
dude, look at that.
Oh.
I was like, 19. Yeah, no way. He goes, yeah, dude, I'm gonna be here for a few years and then gonna move to Holland and do that. I was like, oh, that's sick.
Wow, okay, so I guess we know a professional soccer player. If I ever need someone for like money or something.
Yeah, exactly. Hit him up.
Dude, nowadays I'm like we're getting so not like old, but like relatively that I've been starting to count up the people I know who are becoming
like
successful.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like,
damn.
all right, write this person down, write this person down. If I ever need some help,
exactly. Oh man.
Do you know anyone that's like doing something like you're already super surprised or impressed by that you're like, fuck, that's where they ended up?
Like from what I remember them as, and then switching up, or
yeah, or not like switching up, just like something really impressive.
No, like from our school, or I know some people in general from like through motocross, but like not. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head from our school.
From like Doherty, Gail Ranch, nothing like insane. Nobody's like gone like America's Got. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's just a lot of people at Doherty just really like driven and diligent.
Yeah, they're freaking smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you have a LinkedIn?
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. No.
So I have one, and I always see all these like random people from high school. I don't know how like I see their shit, but it's like I see like I don't know, like Tanya Kapoor just became like the youth like leader. I don't know, like all these like crazy shit. I saw a post of Bijan Kazironi.
Yeah.
He was filming some sort of
I think I saw it on Instagram or something. Yeah. It
was for Vanity Fair, and it included Matt Damon and somebody else, so like somebody like that. At first I saw it and he's like, oh, he's like working the camera or whatever, and then I looked to the right, like I panned my head and I saw who he was filming, and it was like these 3 stars, and I was like,
what? That's sick.
I could get that.
Jeez. Yeah, I know. I've seen a few people that I like have talked to, and I'm like, okay, I think they finally like they clicked. Like they know they have a passion. I'm not sure if it'll pan out, but the way that it's sounding, it looks like they got their head on a swivel, and that's in a good way.
Yeah, that's always good. Cause you never know like who's gonna become like a crack dealer.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's gonna get pregnant.
Yeah. There's some people that I look at, and like, I mean, I don't have any contact with them, but I remember from like high school and middle school, is like that person's gonna be like, they're gonna be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle.
Schitt's Creek without a paddle?
Yes.
I've never heard that one, but I'm gonna use it now.
But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen that. I mean, Tim, obviously, who we were talking about, but
professional athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, guys, the reason we're doing this is because I just like the idea of talking to people who have different viewpoints and experiences and perspectives as me. It's like I went to a pretty progressive high school, right? You would say.
Yeah.
But 100%. a lot of people I was surrounded with were pretty far right. And yeah, it just so happened that my friend group was like that. So I had a lot of conversations back in the day with people like that, and we for sure disagreed. Like even though we like obviously liked each other and were friends,
exactly, we
had a lot of like points of disagreement. Like Daniel Oliveira, we'd come into shit like he was in my economics class, and he'd walk in and he followed me on Twitter, and I tweeted all this like political shit. And one time I tweeted something about Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, fuck.
Right? I don't know exactly what I said, but it was basically like he's not directly or explicitly disrespecting the national anthem, or like the military or anything. He's just he's just doing that because it's what's going to get the most traction and awareness. Yeah. And whatever, something like that. Yeah. And I walked in and he was like, we need to talk. Sit your ass down. Like, fuck you. He's like, I don't know. He really like.
He was pissed.
Yeah, and so we knew right away that we were like this.
Yeah, exactly.
But we had the conversation and it stayed civil. Yeah. And it's good when you're friends with somebody because even if you like insult them or like, bro, you're dumb. Like, you're good enough friends that
that doesn't matter. It just blows over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
that was always good.
Conversation with one of my friends from motocross. His name's RC, and we were talking like about just like the same kind of thing that we're doing, like about differences in political stuff, and like I've been friends with them since I don't know, a long ass time. Like I grew up with him pretty much, and we're still friends to this day. Like I still go to his house and like stay at his house for a week, and then he'll come to my house for a week. Like we're kids, but we're both adults, and like there's some things that we completely disagree on. But at the end of the day, it's like okay, whatever. You want to go get in and out? Like it doesn't. Like it can end up still good no matter how shitty the conversation is.
That's how it should be. Because imagine if it was not. Imagine if it was.
Yeah, like if someone's like, oh, you don't agree with me anymore? What the hell? We're not friends. It's like, dude, just because I disagree. Yeah, that's like a lot of things now. Is like you notice from coming from both sides, left and right. Like you can see it when people don't agree with each other. It just turns into a giant ball of negativity. It's like, all right, like why are we yelling at each other and doing all this just because we don't agree with each other? It doesn't make us wrong. It's just different opinions. And like you just find a way to agree on a certain thing, and if you can't, well then you can't, but don't make it a huge deal. Like you have your own opinion, keep it to yourself.
True. If you're the type of person who really, really cares about some certain issues, and you feel like they're tied with your like fundamental personality or being or whatever, then I would say, I mean, practically don't try to like include those in regular conversations, honestly. And
exactly.
I mean,
like you don't go up to someone and just start talking politics. Like you want to learn about the person, get to know them. But if you're comfortable with them, like we're talking about our friends, like it doesn't matter. You can go talk to them about whatever you want because you're friends with them.
Yeah, that kind of makes me think about what it was like when before like high school or end of high school, or we were like 16 plus or whatever. Politics like did not matter at all. We wouldn't really think about it.
We didn't care about anything.
Yeah, like if we heard somebody was like, you know, like during elections, it would come up sometimes because everyone's parents are talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So in like 2008 with Obama, I remember like I was 8 years old, so I didn't really have any belief. Besides like my dad likes Obama, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember one day coming to like lunch. You were there like hanging out, Owen, all those guys. They would say they're
right by the bike rack. I remember that.
Sitting there,
we would always get in trouble for throwing all the shit in the bike rack.
We sat right next to our bike rack. We always had the weirdest lunch spots.
Dude, they were some good hiding spots because like if the teachers didn't know we were there, we could stay there for hella long. But then once one teacher found us, they would always make sure they walked past there. It was ridiculous. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So it was like the day after the election, and somebody like Owen or whatever was like, "Fuck Obama." And I wasn't like hurt right away. Like, fuck, I think Obama's cool, so that means like I'm a bad person. My initial reaction was like, okay, you know, it was like your favorite color is green.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't mean like, fuck, my favorite color is blue. That sucks. I should like argue.
Yeah.
So I feel like now we don't have that privilege anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's not as easy as it was when we were younger. Like,
yeah.
No, I've noticed that with a lot of things too. Like, just, I mean, life in general as you're growing up, it's like you notice a lot, like, things get a lot harder than they were, like, when you're younger. That's just expected, though, but, yeah.
You mean in general?
Yeah, just like, in, like, general life things.
It's true.
Yeah. Like, you gotta work for the rest of your life, which sucks, but, you know. Unless you do something crazy that makes you millions and millions of dollars and you don't ever have to work again, then you're chilling. But I mean, most average people end up working until 60s or 50s, whatever. I mean, your career is, but
that's honestly kind of depressing. Honestly.
Dude, it is. That's why I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, fuck, I have to work the rest of my life. I'm already starting
here
now.
On out, it's already begun. Yes. There's no end point. The end point is like you retire and die.
Yeah, exactly. It's like all my fun stuff is gone. I'm done. Like,
oh man,
dude, it's so bad. I literally was driving the other day, and I was driving around like I drove past Coyote Creek, Gale Ranch, all this stuff.
Make sure the thing is recording.
Oh yeah. And so we're driving past all this stuff, and I'm like sitting there with my sister in the car. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, this is so ridiculous because my sister's a senior this year, so she's like getting ready for college and all.
She's like at the end of it.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my. Do you realize that like this is the last time you get to have? I mean, college. If she goes, well, I'm assuming she's going to go to college, but if she's doing like a 4-year, obviously, yeah, you're gonna go party and stuff like that, but you're pretty much after you graduate, or even no, after you graduate, I'd say you're pretty much done being a kid, which sucks. Cause like then you actually have to care about stuff, and you actually need to work for stuff and do this stuff or stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You actually need to do things in life that will help you out instead of just like saying, "Oh, I don't care. I'm gonna go do this." Like,
100%.
Yeah.
You got to make a life for yourself. Cause
exactly.
up until that point, or it's different for different people.
Yeah.
But up until around that point, you have people, your parents,
Oh yeah.
whoever it is, that are helping you out, and they're
Yeah.
deciding this is what we're gonna do to help you continue living. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like you fall off of like a ledge, and you're like, wait, if I want to keep
I gotta do
walking,
this.
I gotta actually like buy some shoes.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy to think about. There's so many things. It's like, if I want to do this, I have to do this. Like, if I want to buy something, I got to work for it. I can't just go around asking for it because no one's going to give it to you. I mean,
Yeah.
there are people out there that will, but
Mm.
9 times out of 10, you got to work for it, and then that's the part that sucks.
Yeah, I know. I'm a really lazy person, if I'm being honest. So
Same.
my goal is like, when you said
Do
to
the
be
least amount of work possible to make the most benefit for yourself.
I want to like be super lucky, get some fluke or whatever, and
Win
make
the
like,
lottery.
a bunch of money.
Yes.
But I also like have a sense of self-esteem, so I want it to be something that like I put in like a little bit of work.
Yeah, exactly. You want to have some type of work so that you feel good about yourself, but at the same time, you don't want it to be so much that you're working super hard for pennies. Like you, for example, construction. A lot of the time, yeah, it's great that you're helping somebody out. You're building something from literally nothing into like a skyscraper. Awesome. But when you're getting paid $12 an hour to do that shit, and it's labor intensive for 12 hours, it is really not worth it. Like that's labor. I mean, some people enjoy labor jobs. I don't, but that's also because I'm pretty lazy. Yeah, I don't know. It just sucks having to work for everything, but it's part of life, I guess.
Is your dad retired?
No, he's
Neither.
52? 52? Yeah. No, yeah, he's still construction landscape.
Nice.
But, I mean, it's his company now, so he pretty much, like, only time he has to go out and, like, work in the field is, like, if people fuck up the job, which happens a lot. And then he'll have to go and fix it, but other than that, it's not that big of a deal. But I think he's going to retire at, like, 60-something. 10 more years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Give or take, but, yeah.
My dad is 62. Wait,
Okay.
I think he's 62. Probably won't say this.
Same with, like, I think.
I think he's 62. And, yeah, that's pretty old. But he seems like I don't know. I always ask him, like, when do you think you're going to retire? And he's like, never.
Really?
Every time he's like, never.
Yeah.
And I honestly think he'll be, like, a really late, or he'll be one of those people that, like, half stops working, but is still involved in, like, a few different things.
That's the same thing as, like, with my dad. And my mom, too. Or, actually, I think my mom would be fine with retiring. She doesn't really care. But my dad is the kind of person, as I am, too, like, you got to be doing something, because if, like, you're just sitting doing nothing, like, you feel like, for me at least, and I see it in my dad as well, it's like, if I'm not doing something, you get super bored, and you're just like, okay, I need to, like, do something. I can't just be sitting here doing nothing. Like, yeah, it's nice to do every now and then, but, like, you got to accomplish some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's because if you retire at 60, what are you going to do for, let's say you live like 20 years.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Hopefully more. I'm shooting for 100, but.
Yeah, same. Want to hit those triple digits.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
And then just die the first day. Like looking at New Year's Eve, looking at the clock. All right.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yep. All right, guys. Peace out.
I'm good to go.
Oh, man.
But, the fuck was it? Oh, yeah. So, let's say the last 20 years. For a second, I completely
What
lost
was
it.
I saying?
60 to 80.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Like, you go to, like, Napa, like, go to a
Wine
golf
tasting and
resort?
stuff like that. Yeah. It's like, oh, that was fun for the 20th time this month.
Yeah, I know. For the 10th year in a row. Like,
Yeah.
Going to sleep or early dinner at 4:30 p.m.
Go to bed at 6. Wake up at 10 the next day.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. That would be so bad.
I feel like it's not like I highly doubt that anybody above the age of 25 is going to watch this, and especially any elderly people. But if you are that age, we're not trying to hate on being old.
Yeah, exactly. It's
it's-
just a little Teenagers being stupid, I guess.
I know. And then we're gonna be old and.
Yeah, no, it's gonna happen to us too. But we're gonna hit triple digits.
100%.
They,
Who else
they
is gonna
might
brag
not.
about?
Yeah, exactly.
They might not. Yeah, the times. Yeah.
Yes, it is that time to shine.
I think a lot of when you think about like how you're gonna be like when you're older, I think it sheds light on how old people act now. Because you see like your grandparents and they make the same, maybe just mine, but they make the same jokes all the time
and
about
it's like,
how they're old, and it's like self-deprecating, like don't get old, sonny.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't have a fucking choice. I'm sorry.
my grandpa. I don't know if I should say this, but again, he's not gonna watch this. I think my grandma actually watches this.
Really?
Maybe.
Well, that's cool.
Oh fuck. Whatever. Okay, this is not like insulting him, but he always.
Whoops.
I hate my grandpa. No, I'm kidding. That's not what I was gonna say at all. He always like not always. Once in a while, as you're old, you have less balance, and he might.
Yeah. Trip over a shoelace or something.
All right.
So bad. Oh my gosh. No, I want to hear it. Finish it.
Damn it.
Oh man.
This has happened in a long time. You know when you you hit that point where you can't stop laughing? Dude, all the time.
The pencil fights in Miss Dorothy's class.
And
so bad.
Oh my god, Quintillis' class, 6th grade, or whatever year it was. We're trying to read. We have to read out loud a passage like popcorn.
Oh, I remember. No.
Silent.
That wasn't in Quintillis' class. That was
in Doran.
No, it was in fuck. It was in a science class. I remember we were down. Mr. Heckenlively's class.
Oh my god.
And one chick was reading, and it was something organisms. She showed all the orgasms, and me and you were sitting in the corner dying, and then everyone turned around and was like, "What does that mean?"
It was our first time like seeing the word organism. I swear. So we're like,
it was so bad.
What
Like,
the
what
fuck
does that say?
Why is there orgasm in our textbook? Like if we're on a sexual
ecosystems.
Yeah. So it would be so hard. You get to a point where you cannot stop laughing for the life of you, no matter what happens.
If someone has a gun to your head and you're still laughing, like, stop laughing, and you literally can't.
It's gonna happen. It was so bad that Owen came up with strategies to prevent it.
Really?
You know what it was?
What?
Really stupid, but he was like, Miguel, if you want to stop. It was after like I just laughed in front of the class. Like it was really embarrassing. We were talking about it. He's like, you know what, Miguel? I'm gonna give you some advice. I used to have
giving advice.
I know, and this was in like 6th grade. We were like, how old are you at that point? 12?
Yeah,
11?
No, we were all stupid. I remember me and Owen had this joke about this guy on the history book, and it was, it was. Do you remember what it was? The dude with the long ass beard and the stick, and he had some bag, and we had this whole idea that this guy grew rice in his beard, and his stick was a rock stick, and he would pick up rocks with a stick, but like he would tap the stick on the ground and be like, "All right, get in the bag." Talking to the rocks, dude, it was so stupid. But anytime me and Owen had the book out, I would just turn it to Owen, and immediately we both start dying. And Miss Doran sent us out so many times for that.
You know what that reminds me of?
Oh man,
we had those the textbooks old like 13th century like whatever like Mesopotamia like shit like that.
Yeah.
And there was one chapter, and it was on like different like settlers or like tribes or something, and it was people from
tribes.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know either.
It was like people from I don't even know, like people from India or something.
Yeah. That was the book. That was what the book I was talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think it was an Indian guy on the front.
It was something like that, and there was like a picture where a group of them, like family, were like around a campfire, and you guys knew that I was.
I remember exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
So I'm not like
no. I remember exactly, and it was in the textbook. I remember that. That was another thing we opened up.
You know what I'm about to say?
Keep going. I think I know exactly what it is.
You guys knew that I was like Spanish or Mexican?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, I remember this.
And you guys assumed that like Spain was like Mexico, like it's the same thing. Like I was just a Mexican, because people don't really know what Spain is until later, I think.
Yeah.
So you guys like always thought like I was like the foreigner, like the Mexican guy.
The Mexican guy.
Which is crazy because like
the white Mexican guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you would see pictures of like these people, like ancient tribes, like huddled on a campfire, and you'd be like,
"Oh, there's Miguel." Dude, yes, I remember this.
Miguel, is that your grandma? Is that where you live? Is that your look? This is Miguel's house, and I was just like so confused.
Like what?
I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, I'm not. These are Indians. Like what?
Last time I checked, I wasn't from India. I was from Spain.
I went back. Dad, am I Indian?
You asked your dad that?
No, I'm kidding. I ripped out a textbook. I actually did this. I ripped out a textbook and I had a photo of like one of like the leaders who had like the necklaces around or whatever, and like this weird face. And I was like, they said this was my like uncle. Is that my uncle? I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
Oh man, I remember that. That was so funny. That was like the best. I think the best class I've ever had from 6th grade until high school until senior year. That was probably one of the funnest classes because it was like all of like our entire group pretty much all in one class.
Yeah,
it was funny.
Do you remember Lucy Wold? So
she I think she lived behind me for a while.
Really?
Yeah, she was like lived not directly behind my house, but like one house over from the house behind me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She had these annoying ass fucking dogs.
To give you guys some context, this girl was somebody that like. I
didn't even need to say anything, and I. Oh boy!
All I was gonna say was that it was like the type of person that like is like a blimp in your life or a blip in your life.
Yes, a blimp.
She's not overweight.
She was actually very small.
Yeah, that was not a derogatory term about weight. She was actually very tiny. I'm talking like 4'8". Like
she ain't no Goodyear blimp. She's one of the small air hogs one you buy at Target.
She was. No, we're just making fun of her.
We can disregard that comment.
Okay, but she was like random person in your life, and she just happened to be in her core class, which is like English, science, everything, or no English. It was just English. What was it?
English and history.
English.
Oh, you know, core English, science, math, history, PE.
Arts and crafts.
Then we had lunch,
finance.
But that was a different class.
I have no memory of from high school or from.
That was middle school, my guy. Oh man, my face hurts from laughing.
I know. And like right here, I'm like the sun is hitting me.
Dude, I felt it earlier. I was like sweating so much. Like holy fuck, it is hot in here.
Trying to like avoid it. So.
Yeah, I was. That's why I was sitting over here earlier.
Oh,
yeah, it
dude,
was fine.
It came over here. Now it's like right
well,
here.
you see, the sun does move.
I should have learned that in science and Common Core. Fuck, I need some water.
Oh man.
So this girl Lucy, she was in her core class, and the group was this guy Tyler. What's your name again?
Steve.
Yeah, his name is Steve. Steve, another guy named Miguel. Like, no kidding. There's another dude named Miguel.
Another Miguel,
but he was black and Mexican, and he was the funniest student.
Blaxican. He would always tell me, bro, I'm Blaxican. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Dude, he was so funny. Do you remember some shit that he would say besides that? Like,
dude, I remember he wouldn't, like, when we were in class, he would not care. He'd do whatever. And the teacher said to him, he's like, I'll see you guys later. Like, oh, okay.
He would walk in, and the teacher, like, by the middle of the year, would be like, all right, Miguel, go to the principal's office. You just walk in, like, get out of class. All right. Like,
he walked, opened the door. Yeah, go ahead and go to the all right, peace out.
Hey, guys, just coming to say hi this time. I know I'm going to leave in about 30 seconds, but I just want to say how's it going. I definitely want to learn
everyone doing?
I definitely want to learn my history. I haven't learned anything this whole year because I've pretty much been outside. But, all right, get out. All right, see you guys later.
I can tell you guys what, though. I can walk all to the principal's office with my eyes closed.
What? He said, oh. That's funny.
Oh, man.
But it was us two and then Miguel. So, like, fucking delinquents, like, degenerate idiots. Like, pretty much like we're acting now, laughing all the time, but about super dumb, inappropriate stuff. And then this nice girl, Lucy,
Yep.
This petite, nice girl.
Whoa.
Hold on. Petite.
Are you trying to get demonetized? Slow your roll.
I don't have any money I don't have any monetization in the first place.
Oh,
There
you're right.
Petite. Having a small. Oh fuck. I thought it was just. You're right.
Look it up on Urban Dictionary.
The definition when you Google is having a small and attractively dainty build. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
An attractive blimp.
That's what this girl is. Why are we spending so much time? I don't know why I'm spending so much time on it. I think it's
Lucy
been
Wald.
5 minutes. We've just been talking about Lucy Wald for like a quarter of this podcast.
We would start talking about it, not be able to get to it, and then talk about something else, and then come back to it.
All right,
Lucy Wald.
No, fuck Lucy Wald. We're moving on. What I was gonna say about Lucy Wald, done.
Out of the water.
Sorry, Lucy. If you're watching this,
you're
not a blimp. You're not petite. You're just a person, a human being.
You're Lucy Wald.
Lucy Wald. All right.
I feel like people are gonna go try and look up Lucy Wald and send the video. Oh, don't get any ideas there.
No way. Is this her? No, I'm kidding. That's not her at all.
No, it's definitely not. No, for a second it did look like her though. I was like, what the heck?
I wonder if I follow her on Instagram.
Lucy Wald, GRMS grad. What if someone had that in their like Instagram bio? Oh yeah.
Tommy does. You know Tommy Bell?
Yeah, I remember
It
him.
literally says GRMS 2014 or something like
Really?
that. I swear.
That's funny.
Okay, Lucy Wald is not. I could have sworn. I searched a blimp, but I couldn't find anything either.
Blimp Wald.
Alright, sorry, Lucy, you're done.
Hasta la pasta.
Hasta la pasta. You wanna take this political ideology test?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Basically, there's this test. If you haven't heard of it, it's called I Side With. And it tells you what candidate in the upcoming election you side with most. So it'll kind of analyze your fundamental ideology and like where you stand on things, and it'll match that with other candidates. So it's a good way.
I have not taken this one.
You
then.
haven't?
If this is with the candidates now, then I have not taken this one.
Oh,
but I took the one
good.
between Hillary and Trump.
It's kind of weird though, because it's like if you
Almost
don't
said Trumpily and hump.
If you Trumpoline. We know a lot about politics here.
Yes.
If you don't get like, it's either like you're one or the other. It's either like you're the super like Democrat, like whoever it is, like Bernie Sanders or Andrew or Pete, whatever, or it's like you're Trump.
Bernie
so
Pete?
It's kind of Bernie Sanders, Pete, Biden, Kamala Harris. That's one candidate, right? Yeah. All right. Before we start,
Joe O'Rourke.
Before we start, obviously I have a pretty janky setup. This camera turns off every 20 minutes. So that's why No, I restarted it before. But now I need to go check really quick. So
make sure you got the time.
Yeah, let me just check it really quick.
It would be pretty funny if it was
2 minutes left.
Oh, I thought you were like the face you made was like, oh fuck, we gotta redo all that stuff.
I look back, I didn't even start it. Fuck. That's happened to me before, and it's the worst feeling in the world.
Dude, that's what happens. I've had that happen so many times because I record my like motocross races with a GoPro, and I've pressed it when I put it on my helmet. Like I have gloves on, so I can't really see where my fingers are. And I just press it, and it accidentally starts. But then right before the race, I turn it off.
Oh.
And so I'm like super excited to watch it. Like let's say like I win the race or whatever, and then I go home, put in my computer, and it's literally me driving from my trailer to the starting gate. And then as soon as the starting gate is about to drop, I turn it off.
That's all funny.
And I'm
all
like,
you see is that. That's
so
unfortunate.
mad.
It sucks.
But yeah, let's take this test. I'm excited for that.
30, there are 2 minutes left, so it.
Oh yeah, we'll do the
30. Oh, I have the time here, so I'll go and change it really quick. But let's start.
All right.
First question. These are social issues. I don't know if we'll get through the whole thing, but.
Oh
these
fuck.
Social issues. So this is kind of like.
Are we elaborating on the social issues, or is it just like a yes, no in the middle?
We can elaborate. Like whatever. Like if you want to, if I want to, we'll
I don't care.
Yeah.
You can ask me whatever.
So, I'm not gonna like ask for explanation on all of them. You can just kind of just give an answer if you want to.
Yeah,
if you think it's interesting.
You probably won't be able to like give you the definition of a few things.
Dude, no. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Like healthcare. Like what does that even mean? Is that like? Okay.
What is that?
What is Congress?
Congrat.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Congressional. All right. So abortion.
Abortion.
This is like wow. That's like the first question.
It's a good one.
Any idea what your answer would be there?
Well, I mean, some of the options I kind of can agree with, but for the most part, I mean, I'm conservative, so a lot of people would assume, oh, like, abortion should not happen. That's, to me, I think that if you're your own person, you have control of what you want to do with your life, what you want to do with your body. Mm-hmm. Like, if we're talking about a girl getting raped, and you don't want to have that baby, because that stuff, as bad as it is, it happens all the time. Like, we don't really have control over that. Mm-hmm. But I feel that you should be able to do whatever you want to do with your body. But at the same time, it comes to a point to where if it's too far along with a pregnancy to get an abortion, but you do it anyways, that's where it's like, I'd be kind of like, maybe you shouldn't do that. But again, I feel like girls should be able to have birth control, because that's something, not only does it help with like regulating shit. I mean, I'm not a girl, so I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I don't want to like be saying some stuff that isn't true. But I also know, like, from having friends that are girls, they're like, oh, it helps with periods. It helps all this stuff. Like, it's not only just about preventing kids from being born. So it does help with that, but yeah. I think they should be able to do with whatever they want to do. Like, I'm in the middle on that.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
what about you? What do you think?
So I'm pro-choice as well. I think basically it comes down to like a philosophical thing for me. I think that's like fundamentally that's what it is. It's a philosophical question.
Okay.
Basically, it's I think essentially that whatever brings the greatest good to the greatest amount of people is what you should do at the end of the day, and that's like moral utilitarianism. So I think that if a woman brings an unwanted baby, or not unwanted but unintended,
we don't want you here. That's so fucked up.
But like if you want, let's say abortion you couldn't do abortion. So people that would want to abort it and couldn't do it, it means technically they'd be unwanted.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Unwanted or unplanned, two different things.
Yeah.
Both of those, if you bring a baby like that into your life, chances are you're not prepared for that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So your life, not only is your life probably going to be worse, because a lot of these people are 18 years old, can't go to college. Education is the foundation for life, so they can't go to college, won't get a good job, won't be able to focus on themselves, and then also the baby also probably won't have that great of a life.
It's going to grow up in a shit life.
Most likely, not all the time, 100% acceptance.
Oh yeah,
but I think
I have friends
majority.
I have friends that their parents had them, like for example, my friend Ashton. I'm really good friends with him, and his parents are freaking awesome. They're like I go to his house, and sometimes I'll hang out with his parents just because they're like kids. And I think she had him at 18, and like there's nothing wrong with it. Like it turned out completely fine. You wouldn't even know that.
100%.
But yeah, no, there's definitely people out there like maybe they want a kid at 18 or 20 or whatever the fuck. But then there's other people who have it unplanned and they're not suited to do that. Like like I said before, like I'm iffy on it because there's some instances where you know you don't want a kid, and like, not to like get off topic, but everyone, in order to have a baby, you have to have sex. Sex is a great thing. So, a lot of teenagers like to do that.
Here at Small Topic World, we advocate sex.
Safe sex. Safe sex.
Safe sex.
Yes. But anyways, so,
and also our sponsors, Trojan.
I was waiting for you to say that. Yeah, but no, like if you want a kid, have a kid. But if you're not planning to have a kid, at least do something to prevent it. Don't just go like busting a nut just to do it. Mm-hmm. Like if you don't want a kid, don't like nut inside of a girl. It's that simple.
No, yeah.
But some people continue to do it. Like it's not my life, it's their life. But that's just my thought on it. Is like if you don't want a kid, don't increase the risk of that happening, like for yourself. And then like if it does happen, don't go and complain to everybody else that it's this other person's fault, like whatever, when it's your fault. But again, like we were saying earlier, like if it's a rape thing, that like you don't have control over that. If you don't want a kid and that happens at 18 or younger, whatever, you should be able to choose like whether or not you want to have that baby, because it wasn't your choice for that dude to do that to you. So that's where I would stand on that.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely echo that. I think personally that we just mentioned it's kind of like the downsides of not getting an abortion, which is there's increased likelihood that the baby's life is worse, and that the parents of the baby's life is worse. Maybe even the community, right? There are like a lot of implications, or whatever. Now you look at what is the downside of abortion, of aborting a human being, a human life. I think the negatives of that are, and I probably will get like some flack, or people will definitely disagree with me on this, but I think the downsides of that are mainly like theoretical, like moral issues. Like they're problematic, you know? Yeah. Obviously, taking away a life, preventing a life is like bad. Obviously, when you think of that, it's bad. But I just like to think of things practically. That's kind of what a moral utilitarianist is. So the way I think of it is, what is inherently bad about preventing another person from coming into the world? There's 7.6 billion people in the world right now.
Oh yeah.
So what's inherently bad? I'm not saying it's not bad, but what's like inherently bad about preventing another human life from coming? And speaking of coming, what's the difference? That was unplanned.
That was funny as fuck.
Speaking of coming,
no pun intended.
What's the difference between deciding to not have a baby and being like, okay, you know what? We actually have this baby. We did use a condom. It just didn't work.
Yeah, accidents happen. There's always something that could happen.
What's the fail rate of condoms? I think it's like 97.
Trojan claims to be like 97, 98.
That's what it says. But I think it's human error makes it higher.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to lie. I've done that before. And you freaking pull out. You're like, oh, is ripped. Uh-oh. That's one thing that can happen, because yes, it definitely does happen.
I'm actually a virgin, so I can't relate.
Well, that's okay, man. Your time will come.
Guys, if you're single,
ready to mingle.
Okay, but as I was saying, what's the big difference between deciding to not bring a baby into this life and deciding to wait for it, masturbate? Because
wait for it.
Straight up. I know you may think this is like a meme, but there isn't a real and big significant difference between ejaculating out your sperm and preventing those babies from coming to life, and having sex and having a baby's like on the way and you decide not to do it. There's no like big line. I think it's different. I think like one of them is here, the other one's here, but they're not like a separate playing fields.
Well, there's no, I see what you're saying, but like there's definitely a difference between one actually having sex and then masturbating. Those two are like, there's significant difference, but what like the nutting part is like, it's all the same shit essentially. So like what would hurt like either way? Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
And also like deciding not to have sex every single second of the day when you decide not to have sex.
Every second.
You're right now.
No.
I'm like
no. Yeah. No.
Wait a minute. No.
Nah. Well,
wait. Yes. It's like 1 out of the day. You're eating breakfast. No,
It's time.
No. Okay, now yeah. Honey,
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
you look over across the dining table. Honey, I'm ready. Let's get this over with.
Sex now. That's so bad.
Dude, I just imagine that we lived in a world where everybody was super open with sex and when they wanted to have it. So there was like no stigmas around it, nothing, no like trepidation. So if you want to have sex, you would go out onto the street and be like,
Sex now. Sex now.
you'd be like, sex! Like to announce it. Dude, like mating calls.
Fuck.
Like in nature, animals do this. They just like want to have sex and they're like, they go, ah, like whatever.
Making weird ass sounds or doing some stupid shit.
I'm gonna switch up mating calls on YouTube.
Human mating calls?
It would just be this. Sex! That's it. Like right now, if
Well,
I
how would you know that you're gonna get a response? What's the response to that?
sex or
Sure.
okay.
Yes.
Yes. Right now? Yes.
Sex? Yes. Right now, yes. Those are the four big ones. We are way the fuck off topic right now.
We're just talking about abortion. Okay.
Is that a koala?
Yeah, I was gonna switch up. I have koala mating call on here.
Oh, very nice.
I'm kind of curious.
Homie sounds like a friggin' truck.
ASMR. That guy is fucking
Damn.
horny. Alright, so that's abortion. As I was saying, every second you decide not to have sex, that is theoretically killing babies. It's preventing babies from living, right? Because if you were to decide to have sex and get pregnant, there's a baby in the world. And let's say the baby's name is Marcus, that Marcus will never exist, therefore you're killing Marcus if you decide not to have sex.
But wait, okay, hold up. So, wait, this is for the guys or for the girls? This is for the guys because the girl can't
Well,
like,
both.
bust a nut, right? But
I
like,
mean,
do
they're
girls
both
don't have a
involved.
choice? Like, cause okay, as far as I know, I'm not sure because I'm not a girl, but
Put down in the comments
pe-
below.
let's get a comment. Are you a girl? Have you ever had a period before?
Let's get a poll going on the screen.
A poll. Let us know in the comments. Should we do it? No, but okay. Anyways, so I was just saying. Okay, so like we're talking about not having sex or whatever.
Yeah.
For guys, yeah, like that's obviously that could be the first thing is not to have sex. But then the only other thing that I would say like I'm not sure about with like how you said how when you're not deciding like you're unintentionally like not reproducing because you're not using your sperm to reproduce. But then that's like by your choice. Like you don't have to bust a nut every single second of the day. But
Yeah.
like women every month they they have their period and like it flushes out all the old stuff. So like the egg or whatever, which you need in order to make a baby, like you need an egg and sperm to make a baby. So wouldn't that like also couldn't it go both ways of also unintentionally killing babies? But like you can't really do anything about it because the genetic is like you have your period. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's the only part where I'm like,
Yeah, I mean that would kind of add on to that. There's like a list of things that include like constitute killing babies. Like the bunch of things you could do.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And I think people tend to separate abortion as like a singular thing, and the sense I'm.
Oh yeah, no. There's so many. You could fucking stick a coat hanger up there, but that's not like.
What?
That's okay. That came out completely fucking wrong.
Okay.
Anyways, no. Okay, so abortion. You can get it done by somebody. Like you go to a place to get it done. I couldn't tell you where because I've never had to do that before. But there's a lot more ways to kill a baby other than.
By the way.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Just putting like making that. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's so many other ways that could happen. It's not just of one way. So like you said, people shouldn't be looking at abortion as like just abortion killing babies because there's far more ways of doing that. And now I sound like a fucking idiot because technically, as I'm thinking about it, an abortion is killing a baby like some how way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And I said sticking a coat hanger up there, but like, yeah, that's like the same thing as an abortion, which I reiterated the same thing twice.
No, I think you made your point though. There are a lot of ways.
Yes, there's a lot of ways to kill a baby.
I think okay. We're gonna move on from abortion now. There's other shit we could say. We can go on for hours, but we're gonna move on. Abortion. Pro-choice, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Okay, I have to say this because while you're reading the abortion question, they're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just had the urge to laugh at certain points, and I didn't. I had to say this.
Same. I had to hold it back because it's not a funny topic, but
Oh my god!
I don't know why it's funny.
If you watch the footage and like look back at certain points, you will see me like this. Like I was like trying
not to
so
laugh.
hard. Because it's not the only reason that I would laugh is because you're not supposed to laugh at that point.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I laugh. It's like I only laugh at fucked up shit.
So for these next few questions, I might laugh. It has nothing to do.
Same.
Nothing to do with what's being said. Zero.
I will laugh.
Like it's going. If I don't laugh, you should
Be concerned.
be concerned because it means I'm offended. It means I'm
Offended?
no. It means I'm offending the subject, the people of the subject matter.
I know I'm going to.
So
I
just
apologize in
so-
advance if you get offended by anything I say.
Okay, so
It'll
first
happen.
question. First question is abortion. Next question is about same-sex marriage.
Why are we laughing about this shit? Well,
I ain't even acting, bro. Okay, do you support the legalization of same-sex marriage? And obviously, there's like a lot of like aspects to this, but
okay. For me, are you asking me personally, or like as a conservative in the conservative eye of Tyler Spohr?
no, personally,
Okay, personally, I don't care what the fuck people do.
Yeah.
If you want to be with another person that makes you happy, do whatever makes you happy. I don't care. But just don't push it on me. Like, it's great. Like, you want to marry your male partner or female partner, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah. But don't, like, it's as hard as it is to say, like, I don't really care about it. So, like, don't be trying to, like, push everything on me, like, oh, you don't support this because you don't care. It's like, well, I don't care because I don't care. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. As long as you're happy, whatever makes you happy, do it. But just don't push it on me. Like, that's just my thing. So, if you want to be gay, you want to marry the same person or same gender, whatever, go for it. I don't care. Just don't push it on me because
Okay.
I don't care
yeah,
about it.
yeah. That's completely understandable. What are do you have like an example of like people pushing it on other people?
Okay, so like for one example that I've seen a few times at Los Positas is like, I don't know exactly what it was called because I didn't pay too much attention to it, but I was walking to the cafeteria and like they had this like, I don't want to call it like I'll call it like a gathering of people of this sort. So there was like, it's all these different things and all these people are coming up to me asking me questions like, oh, do you like support this? Do you support that? It's like, yes, no. It's like, oh, well, why don't you support it? It's like, I don't want to. And they're like, oh, well, that's mean. Like, you should support this because you need to and everyone else is doing it. I'm like, yeah, but I don't care too much about it. Like, do whatever makes you happy, but don't be pushing it on me. Like, don't come up to me and say, because I don't like it when guys are gay to me.
You know, it's understandable. Like it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Well, I don't. It doesn't even make me feel uncomfortable. It's like it's just I don't like. It's not. That's my boat don't float that way. Sorry. Like you can say whatever you want, but the second it's like getting something physical, that's what pisses me off. But
Yeah.
like I have tough skin. It blows right over me. People can say whatever they want, but once it like turns into something like, for example, in my psychology class one time, this dude who was gay sat next to me, and we were in class, and he put his hand on my fucking leg, and
Oh, wow.
yes, oh dude, and I don't want people to think that I hate gay people because I don't. I just don't care that you're gay. Like, do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he puts his hand on my leg, and I'm look at him, and the teacher's talking and everything, and I made a huge fucking deal. I was like, okay, if you don't take your hand off my leg, I'm gonna knock your teeth out. And then the first thing that he said, oh, is it because I'm gay? And I'm like, no, it's definitely not. It's because you're touching me, and I don't want to be touched. He goes,
what was his intention? Like, was he trying to like hit on you and like?
oh, I don't know.
He just randomly put his hand on your leg?
Yeah, no, we're sitting. So I even sit in the front row too.
Yeah.
And he just slid his hand on there, and I looked at him, and as soon as I looked at him, he went like this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't push off that I don't go that way, but I don't. And if you don't take your hand off, I'm gonna knock your teeth out, and then that would be, from a lot of people, considered as a threat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of is, because I just don't want to be touched. But then, yeah, so that's just my version of don't be pushing it on me. Cause,
I mean, that's kind of sexual harassment.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, it is. Like,
yeah, but I mean, it doesn't... It's those kind of things, like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't take the initiative to be like, oh, he did this and he did that. Because, like, I don't care. But if you do it, it's going to piss me off. And I'll let the person know, it's like, you better stop, because I don't go to other people to complain about it. I just handle it myself. Mm-hmm. And that's how I've always kind of been. Like, I don't really like getting other people involved with my stuff. But that, like, I don't know. It just pissed me off, and I was like, dude, don't do that. And the next day, he sat all the way on the other side of the room. So it was problem solved.
What happened right after you said, I'm gonna knock your teeth out if you don't?
Oh, the whole class got quiet, and everyone looked at me, and I was like, dude, you put his hand on my leg under the table, like, all sexual and shit. Like, I don't care what you want to do. You can do whatever, but just don't be doing it to me, because that pisses me off. And it's like...
What did the kid say?
He just... The first thing that came out of his mouth was, is it because I'm gay? And I was like, well, no, it's not. I just don't want to be fucking touched. Like, simple as that, you know? I mean... I wouldn't, if it was a hot girl, yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but that's just because I like girls and not guys. But when it comes to a guy doing it to me, it's like, I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's funny. All right. Yeah. Well, okay. Guess, all right.
But yeah, no. Back to the original question. So, yeah, I don't care. People can do whatever they want to do. If you want to do it, do it. The fucking sun is right on the side of my head, and right it is so hot.
That sucks. I wish I could do something about that.
Oh, dude, no, you're fine. I was just, in case you noticed, I was fucking sweating like crazy.
Holy shit, yeah.
Nah, it's all good.
It should move, because as you know, the sun...
Yes, we have established that.
Okay, I learned that today,
If I just move out of it, there we go. Perfect.
It's a challenge. It's going to keep moving. Oh, then it's going to come to me. I'm going to be like...
It probably will. No, you got sun on your legs right now. No.
My legs?
Oh, fuck. That's the couch. God damn it. I was on your legs earlier, and then I saw the light. I was like, oh, yeah, on your legs, even though the couch is not your leg.
My legs, yeah.
Anyways.
Right. So, do you support legalization of same-sex marriage? Tyler said no, he hates all gays.
Yeah, fuck him. Right. No, I support it.
Support it. All right, now we're gonna go a little rapid fire.
All right, let's do it. Rapid fire.
Some questions we're gonna like stop at. Like I'll choose some like kind of arbitrarily, but like it's been a long time, and we're on question 2. So I'm gonna just say the answer.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna say the question and just say it. And if you want to add like another 2 sentences, that's fine. But like just.
Okay, let's just do this.
Ready?
Get it, boom, shakalaka.
Like whatever you think.
Yep.
You might be wrong, or like if you thought about it, you change your answer, but just go with your gut.
Yeah. Okay.
Should gay couples have the same adoption rights as straight couples?
Yes.
Okay. Should the president, this is national security issues now, folks. Should the president be able to authorize military force against Al Qaeda without congressional approval?
There's certain circumstances I would say yes to that. Should I explain them, or should we just... I'll just say yes, and I'll explain after.
Okay. All right.
We'll get this test done.
I trust you have a reason.
Yeah, no, I have reasons for everything. If I'm 100%. Unsure, I'll say I'm unsure.
100%. Should the government increase environmental regulations to prevent climate change?
I would be in the middle on that.
Okay.
If there's a so-so option. Is there or no?
One is no, but provide more incentives for alternative energy production instead. So you're not...
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Whatever the middle one is.
Should the U.S. expand offshore oil drilling?
I don't think so. I mean, I think we have some sources already. But if it comes to a spot where we don't have those sources anymore... Yeah, make sure it doesn't turn off.
Yeah, it turned off.
Oh, fuck. Where did it turn off at?
I don't know. Fuck.
It's off. It's off.
It turned off. That's why you hadn't been seeing our faces for, I don't know how long.
2 hours.
Like a long time. We've actually been filming this podcast for the last 2 days. And so this is all you're seeing.
Yep.
But yeah, we have all these questions here I side with, but it's going to take a really long time. And we really want to dive deep into a lot of questions. So we're going to save it for part 2. And don't know exactly when that's going to come out, but soon.
Give them a little hook out there to make sure that they come back to watch it again.
Yeah, reel you in.
Yeah.
It's going to come out soon. Tyler lives pretty close. So
5 minutes away.
5 minutes away. So, I mean, yeah. But stay tuned for part 2. That's where we're really going to get into the nitty gritty, some political shit. If you're interested in politics or anything, education, science, government, environment.
If you think conservative people are bad, I'm a good one. Very rare to find.
Very rare to find. One day
cases.
I should actually bring like a somebody who's just like a really extreme, like I'm talking not like a Nazi, but somebody who's I'm not gonna bring a Nazi on here, but somebody who's like super like thinks that like fuck gay people, like some people don't deserve right. Somebody's like that.
I
bad.
know a few people like that.
You do?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be kind of fun.
Shit, I'll talk to them.
Yeah, but we're gonna dive deep into everything in part 2 because we got a lot of shit to talk about. And I think we spent most of this podcast talking about Lucy Wald. So if you actually watched all the way through, I really applaud you. And
you should have said in the beginning, if you watch all the way through, there's a secret code word hidden somewhere in the middle of the video, so you have to watch the whole time to get the code word.
Send in the code word to get $1 million. So it's like, fuck.
Code word was Lucy Wald.
It was Lucy Wald, by the way. That was a made up person.
In case you didn't catch on.
Yeah.
This could be so bad if she fucking watches this. And we don't have to talk to her since like 7th grade.
It seems like we're obsessed with her.
But we're not.
Definitely not obsessed with Lucy Wald for the record.
I can look at the Goodyear blimp fly past my house. It's fine.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to Small Talk Big World, a podcast where we talk about anything with anyone, anywhere, at any time. As always, I'm your host. This is our guest, Tyler Spohr. Anything you want to say to the people before you log off for the day?
Hope you're having a fantastic day or night, whatever it may be. And see you guys in part 2.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
Oh my god, I'm Dexter, I'm the smartest motherfucker on the planet. Fuck Jimmy Neutron, I'm the smartest kid in the motherfucking universe. Oh my god, I'm Dexter. Dexter's lab. DD, get out my lab. Hoes on my slab, bitches in my lab. Damn, I'm Dexter, I'm a scientist. Hoes on my dick, wanna cheat off my test. Wanna be
This wasn't recording either.
wanna be my partner when we do assignments.